Thanks for watching. I'm Prerna Agarwal, Technical Product Owner for The Guardian. They will be giving you Guardian update of Sprint 61, which lasted from March 18 to March 29. So just a quick overview of the agenda. We'll be looking at the roadmap. We'll also be talking about the issues that we tackled in Sprint 61. Then we'll be flipping over and giving you a short demo on Sprint 50. Then we'll be also talking ahead of week of April 1st, which is Sprint 62. We'll also be talking about the issues that we'll be tackling in Sprint 62. We'll be talking about the upcoming releases, and we'll be giving you some of the ways that you can either submit bugs or policy requests through various different channels. So talking about the Guardian roadmap, again, this is open source. You can look at our Zen Hub board and you can check our current milestones and the roadmap for Guardian. So currently we are actually working on some of the issues, which is fireblocks, raw signing integration. We are working on the live project data migration across policies, across Guardian instances. We are also working on the DLT to address flood methodologies blog. We are working on the development of gold standard methodology for methane emission reduction by adjusted water management. We are working on the full project data managed comparison as produced captured by policies, and so on and so forth. Talking about Sprint 61. So in Sprint 61, we committed to 44 story points and we delivered 36 story points. Sprint 61 was lasting from March 18 to March 29. So in Sprint 61, we worked on 3311, which is number of assets in VCs and Guardian UI are incorrect. This was a bug which was reported by one of our community member. And then we worked on 2882, which is development of AMS-I.F renewable electricity generation for cap-type use and mini-grid. 2920, and we also worked on 2211, which is conforming to HEDRA DID VCVP standards. Let's look at Sprint 61 demo. So the first ticket, what we'll be looking at is 3311, number of assets in VCs and trust chain UI are incorrect. So when a mint request is not fulfilled for whatever reason, the number of assets reported in the VC do not indicate how many were really minted. The Guardian UI is also incorrect. This is a link to issue number 2480, which claims it is resolved with the same behavior occurring. And this is also linked to 2833, which have been rolled into the HEDRA resilient model ticket. So in order to solve this, what we have done is I have made a GIF file because executing a large number of policy and showing you the minting error would not be possible. So in order to show what we have done and resolve this ticket, we would like to show you a GIF file, which would actually show you the detailed issue. So as you can see here, we have 22 edge bars. And now we will try to mint one of the policy. So when I go to register and then approve the issue request, which will actually start the minting. And as you can see, we will be minting 150 tokens. So right now the minting started. And now, as you know, if you can see as the minting is starting, you know, the edge bar is getting, the balance is getting reduced. Now, as it is not the sufficient balance, you will see insufficient pair balance has been occurred and the minting is stopped. In the trust chain, now you can actually see how many tokens are minted, which is 110. And also you will see the token transfer is not successful. So that is how we are now updating our trust chain, showing how many minted tokens are done and how many are remaining and how many tokens have been transferred to the project developer or any other users, any other user other than standard registry. Also, in order to implement this, we have created a new event in the mint token block, mint document block, which is retry mint event. By default, it is set to 10 minutes, but you can actually customize it and set up your retry minting interval, which will actually help you to retry if there were some errors, issues there. So in order to do that, you know, as you can see the screenshot, if you just select the mint token in the input event, you will see a retry mint event. We also have nodes underneath here that, you know, the link starts with the run event of the main mint block and ends with this. So in order to get more information, please feel free to reach out at docs.header.com. And when you get there under event section, you will see the mint document block, and underneath that, you will see retry mint event. So the second ticket, what we'll be looking at is 2882, development of AMS-I.F renewable electricity generation for captive use and mini grid. The primary objective of AMS-I.F is to provide a structured approach for renewable electricity generation for captive use. This policy comprises renewable energy generation units such as photovoltaic, hydro, tidal wave, wind, geothermal, and renewable biomass that supply electricity to users. The project activity will display electricity from an electricity distribution system that is or would have been supplied by at least one fossil fuel fire generating unit. That is, in the absence of the project activity, the users would have been supplied electricity from one or more sources listed below, which is a national or a regional grid, or a fossil fuel fired captive power plant, or a carbon intensive mini grid. So in order to solve this, and we have developed AMS-I.F policy, which you can find it at our GitHub repo underneath methodology library. Under CDM folder, you will see CDM AMS-I.F folder, which we have added like couple of files where you will see a CDM AMS-I.F schema design, which will only have a design of that particular policy. But we have also added an AMS-I.F schema design with sample data where you will see some of the data being added, which will actually helpful for executing the policy with the right data. And we have also added a dot policy file, which is actually an overall policy which was developed by us, which you can just play around by importing this through UI or an API in Guardian. So the last ticket what we'll be looking at is 2920, which is development of PWRM0002 plastic waste recycling methodology, which is version 1.1. This will be designed and digitized for projects centered around plastic waste recycling. It outlines procedures for quantifying the additional plastic waste recycled through recycling activities, encompassing the establishment of new recycling facilities, augmenting capacity or enhancing technology in existing recycling facilities, and also by incentivizing or facilitating an upsurge in plastic waste collection. So in order to solve 2920, again, we have developed this policy. You can find this policy and different files regarding this policy under where I read a folder in methodology library. Here we have added a couple of files, which is one is a schema design, which ends with XLSX. And we have also added a schema design with sample data, which will help you for executing this policy with the real data. And then you will also see a policy file which will end up with dot policy extension, which will be helpful for you to just import this policy in the Guardian by downloading it and importing there, and this will actually give you a complete policy file. In addition to that, we have also added the README instructions, which will tell you what exactly this usage of the policies and the workflow, and then what are the available roles required in this policy, and also a step-by-step process of executing this policy in our Guardian UI. To get more information, we have also added in our documentation, which is at docs.header.com. And when you get there under demo guide, you will see PWRM0002 plastic recycling, which will actually give you a complete information about this policy. Now, looking ahead of week of April 1st, which is Sprint 62, we are working on several different tickets. So we are committing to 46 story points. So these tickets involves 1314 fireblocks raw signing integration, 2629 global environmental guardian data source components for Hedera and IPFS. We are also working on ACM 0001, and we are working on AMS-I.A. Talking about our upcoming releases, our last release was on Friday, March 29, 2024. Our next release will be on Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. So there are multiple ways to reach out to us. You can reach out to us on GitHub. You can submit policy requests, enhancements, or if you find some bugs, please go ahead and mention those bugs with us so that we can get our team on it. Also, if you haven't joined our Discord, come and join our conversation at hedera.com/Discord. And when you get there, search for Sustainability Channel. or feel free to reach out to us directly if you have any policy requests, enhancements, or bugs through our website, through our email address, which is info@envisionblockchain.com, or through our website, which is www.envisionblockchain.com. Thank you. Have a great day.